Hi Leo, welcome to your love reading for April 2017. We are working with two decks again, but first I'm going to show you a couple cards that jumped for you. These cards actually all jumped together. They all fell out of the deck for you. So the first card that you have is the Ten of Wands. So this can represent a heavy burden that somebody's carrying in a relationship. This can mean that somebody is fed up, exhausted. This can be, with challenges in the relationship. You also have, actually, the next one was this card, the Four of Pentacles. This can represent that somebody is playing it safe, that somebody is acting out of fear, perhaps in holding on to a relationship. Or for those who are single, you're not moving forward, you're not looking for a romantic partner because of fear. You also have the World. So this can be that this is, perhaps an end to this difficult time for those who are already coupled, or that you're just kind of fed up with how things are with your partner. For those who are single, it could be that you're fed up, you're not meeting anyone. The World usually means that there is an ending. It can also be the end of fear, the end of playing it safe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them back in the deck, and we will see if they come up for you again. This has happened for a lot of the other signs, and most of the time these cards do come up in the reading. Okay, so this is going to be for confirmation. We will get back to this, but first let me get you 9 cards. Okay, so this is a love reading for the sign of Leo for April 2017. The first card that you have, Leo, is the Empress. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April 2017. You have the Nine of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April 2017. You have the Queen of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April 2017. The Sun. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April 2017. The Ace of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Leo for April 2017. The Five of Pentacles. Love reading for Leo, April 2017. The Four of Swords. Love reading for Leo, April 2017. The Emperor. And the final card is a Tower. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the deck is going to represent the main energy around your love life for April, and wow, you have the Lover's card. So I feel like for those who are single, this can mean that there is a significant relationship that you might find yourself in the month of April. But for those who are already in a relationship, this means that your relationship is strong. This is a committed relationship, and this is also your life partner. We will see how that ties in with the rest of the reading. Okay, so let's take it one row at a time, one card at a time. Up here you have the Empress, the Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So to me, the Empress, this is, a lot of happiness. This is a lot of abundance. She's also a message that you don't have to settle when it comes to your love life. You don't have to play it safe. Remember that you had the Four of Pentacles jump out of the deck. I don't see it here yet, but we are going to get some more cards. The Empress can also be, for male viewers, this can be, a very kind of seductive woman that crosses your path in the month of April. But in general, to me, the Empress represents you don't have to settle when it comes to your love life. You don't have to play it safe. Ironically, you don't have the Four of Pentacles, but you do have the Nine of Wands. And this is a card where you're not quite opening your heart. You're kind of on protective mode. You're keeping your guard up. You don't want to be hurt. You've been hurt in the past and you don't want that to happen again. Now, what's interesting here is that you have a court card. So this is someone around you. This is someone that will be significant for you in the month of April. This is the Queen of Cups. This is someone who's a water sign, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. So for those who are already coupled, it could be that your partner is this water sign, but there's this fear as far as, I'm not sure that I can trust this person. When the Nine of Wands comes up, you are afraid. You're afraid of being betrayed. You're afraid of being hurt. And so you're doing everything you can to protect yourself. But you have this energy here from the Empress telling you that, there is a lot of abundance. I feel like for some of you, like you might be really protecting yourself when it comes to relationships. Like you don't want to be hurt, but yet there's something like really, there's something kind of like really solid in like basically like every row in this reading. In this row, it is the Empress, and then you have the Sun, and then you have the Emperor. So you actually have the Emperor and the Empress. So this is, again, the energy of you not having to settle for a so-so relationship. And you also have a message of stability with the Emperor. I'm going to get to him in a minute. For those who are single, again, I feel like there's someone around you, possibly someone who's a water sign who might be, marriage material. This is someone that you could be in a committed relationship with, but you may not be ready to let them in with the Nine of Wands here. You might be afraid of how this is going to turn out. You just may want to, not be too open with them. And I feel like for some of you, like this person can bring you a lot of happiness. This almost is a card of, being like overly indulgent because you have everything that you could ever want. It's like this person around you, whether it's your partner or somebody new, they not only bring you love, they also bring you happiness and a sense of stability. They bring you financial abundance. I mean, I always call her the celebrity of tarot. She has it all. So I feel like there's a possibility of you having it all, whether it's with your existing partner or with somebody new that comes into your life. But I feel like somebody's hesitating. You might even feel like this person is way too good to be true for those who are meeting new people. Or it could even be somebody that you're dating. You might feel like this person is pulling one on me. They're too good to be true. But I feel like, this is you basically having everything that you want in a relationship. Now, you also have the Sun, so this gets even better. The Sun is telling you that there's a lot of positive energy around you when it comes to relationships, when it comes to love. Whether you're single or you're in a relationship, you can make it work. You can turn what looks like a disappointment into a success. Again, with the main energy being the Lover's card, if you're married, we see, two couples here. If you're married, then you're going to stay that way. If you're dating and you're happy and you're in love, you're probably going to stay that way. And if you're single, this is your chance to be in a relationship. This is your chance to finally have that happiness you've been looking for. Now, you also have the Ace of Wands. So for those who are already coupled, if you have not exactly been living in bliss, and I do see a challenging energy here, this means that you can start over. You can choose to forgive. The Ace of Wands, this is, a fresh start, a new beginning. I feel like you can completely wipe the slate clean with your partner. I feel like some of you, you may have reservations about this. You may feel like, I can't trust this person anymore. I don't know if this is what I want. You're really kind of protecting yourself, maybe because you've been lied to or you just don't want to get hurt. You have this challenging energy here from the Five of Pentacles. This just means that some of you may feel abandoned by your partner. You may feel abandoned. You may feel like they're not including you anymore. You might feel like there's no spark anymore. Like, what in the world happened here? I feel like you can get back on track, especially, with the Ace of Wands right next to it. You can have that spark back. The relationship can be, kind of like when you first met. You also have, in the same row, you have the Sun, again, which is positive energy. There's success around this relationship. Even though somebody may feel like you're not quite on the same page with your partner anymore. You may feel worried that you're being pushed away, that you're being ignored. but there is new beginnings and positive energy around this. Even for those who are single, to me, when I see this card and I'm reading for singles, I feel like this is, loneliness. You're starting to feel a little lonely and feel like, maybe it's time for a relationship. You're starting to watch other people be happy and thinking, why not me? So again, there's that opportunity for you. You can start over when it comes to your love life, no matter what has happened in the past. This could be a fresh start when it comes to meeting new people and finding that significant relationship. The sun is promising you that if you at least try, you will find someone that you connect with. Because the Five of Pentacles can also mean that you don't really feel that spark or that, that sense of belonging with anyone anymore. You don't really connect with people. So I feel like that could change for you in the month of April. Okay, so down here you have the Four of Swords, the Emperor, and the Tower. So the Four of Swords, this does represent, a lot of things going through your mind or your partner's mind. This can mean that there has been some space. Somebody has asked for some space. Somebody may have moved out. It could have been you or your partner. Or somebody is just like, give me time. I need time before I can answer your question. Or I need time before we can proceed any further. The Four of Swords also represents, healing and the need to recharge your batteries. It means that, you did have the Ten of Wands jump from the deck, which means there's somebody that is just kind of exhausted, either because of problems in the relationship, or you just kind of feel like throwing in the towel. And the Four of Swords is saying, somebody may need to rest for a while, need to figure things out mentally. You also have the Emperor, so I feel like whoever it is that's taking some time to figure things out, maybe to see what they want, to heal. The Emperor means that you come back and you finally have your power back. The Emperor, this is about personal power. This is about feeling in control of your love life. This is stability. And for some of you, it could be, like I said, that somebody asked you for space. Or it could have been you. Somebody asked you for space and the unexpected happened. You have the Tower here. Suddenly, that space is no longer needed. There's finally a breakthrough in a situation where things had been stalled, where things had not been moving forward. This is a very sudden development that comes out of nowhere. This could also be kind of like a shocking revelation. Perhaps for some of you, where someone took a step back from you, where someone, somebody asked for some space and you didn't know why. The Emperor can also represent an older man, someone who is financially well off, someone who's very kind of grounded and stable. Maybe for those who are single, this can be somebody that you're meeting. And again, for those who are single, I feel like, you have done your time of healing and figuring things out. And I feel like once you're ready to date again, fireworks with the Tower. The unexpected happens. You finally, you do meet someone that you finally connect with. And this can be either, this person I see here, which could be someone who's older than you, financially well off, or this could be someone who's a water sign. But in general here, I just felt like there was something else with the Four of Swords and the Emperor. For some of you, this is just kind of like really being in your power. Really, taking charge of a situation. This is, being in absolute control. I kind of feel like for some of you where you feel like, your partner has been dragging their feet and they're, things are not going your way, you're not moving forward. Some of you may be the one that asks for space, is one thing that I'm getting. You may feel like, because of the Ten of Wands that jump for you, you may feel like, I've waited long enough. This is not going to apply to everyone. These are all just different messages that I'm getting. I feel like for some of you, you may ask for some space. And this can come, this can be a very kind of radical change in your relationship. I just feel like here somebody's taking their power back. Somebody's taking their power back, as far as, you know, somebody that was left out in the cold, somebody that no longer feels love or included. Okay, let's see what other messages come up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for April 2017? You have strength. Leo, April 2017. The Four of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Leo, April 2017. And the Five of Wands. Okay, so all of these cards kind of tell a story. All of these cards tell a story, whether you're single or in a relationship. You have strength. The Major Arcana. This card is telling you to be strong. Don't lash out at anybody. When this card comes up, you may feel like you're in attack mode, like you really want to give someone a piece of your mind because they have wronged you in some way or you've been hurt. Strength is asking you to be compassionate and be forgiving. That's why I was kind of feeling like here somebody could be asking for some space because you may be exhausted, and you're actually doing this because you're finally, you know, you're taking back your power. Like you're not going to wait for somebody forever. You may have given someone some space, but you're not going to keep waiting if you're not getting, you know, this new beginning that you want, this happiness. Again, you have the Empress telling you that you don't have to settle for someone, you know, that just keeps stringing you along. You can have that dream relationship where you have everything that you want from this person. So for some of you, you know, this card is telling you don't lash out, don't be angry, be very compassionate and be very forgiving. And this could be, you know, some new development that happens in the month of April. You have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, you know, this is feeling just kind of discontent and fed up with the situation. Again, reminds me of the Ten of Wands, which jumped for you but is not here in these cards. I'm just kind of bringing up here the Four of Swords. The Four of Cups is just, you know, this is a suit of water. These are your emotions, and you just kind of feel like you disconnect from everything because you're just kind of like emotionally numb. That's why Spirit is asking you to be very, you know, compassionate. Don't lash out. So I feel like something could upset you, and here you're just kind of feeling like you don't care anymore. This is the energy of just kind of withdrawing into yourself and being just unhappy with your love life or with your partner and not really noticing what's going on in front of you anymore. You also have the Five of Wands. So this can be, you know, be that there are some fights in the month of April. This can be bickering. This is, you know, a very petty energy of people taking shots at each other and just kind of being really petty, you know, with fighting and bickering and not really understanding each other. It's a lot like the Five of Wands. The fives always represent challenges. And I feel like here, like, it could be that, you know, there are people who are together who are very different, is one thing that I'm getting. Like, they're very different. This could be age. It could be just, you know, your lifestyle, your beliefs. The Five of Wands means that egos clash because you're just very different people. So I feel like, you know, there's that, and then you might be feeling like this person doesn't give me the respect or the time that I need from a romantic partner. I feel like for some of you, for most of you, like there is, you know, a positive outcome to all of this. Remember, the main energy was a Lover's card, which means, you know, if you're in a relationship, you're going to stay that way. But I just feel like some things might be coming to the surface. You know, you have the Tower. This is a major development. So if your relationship was on shaky grounds or somebody was being taken advantage of, the Tower kind of exposes that to kind of, you know, bring that kind of energy around the relationship, bring that down so that you can have a healthy relationship. Again, I kept getting with the Emperor here that somebody's finally taking their power back. Like, they're not going to take anybody's crap anymore. You're going to stand up for yourself. There could be some bickering, but you're just trying to get your point across. This is why strength is telling you, yes, speak your mind, but come from a higher place. Don't be cruel. Don't get too angry. As I feel with with the Strength card that your ego might just want to go crazy on somebody. You might kind of feel really upset about something. Okay, so interesting reading. Let me get some more cards from this deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for April 2017? You have the World, which was one of the cards that jumped for you from the other deck when I was properly shuffling. Leo, April 2017. The Six of Wands. Final card for the sign of Leo for April 2017. And Temperance. Okay, so at the bottom of this deck you have the King of Swords. So this is someone who is an air sign, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. Again, this could be your romantic partner. You are a fire sign. So now you have an air sign and a water sign here. And for those who are single, it could be that these are opportunities for you. These are new people that can come into your life in the month of April. So the first card that you have here is the World. Remember, this card did jump for you from this deck when I was properly shuffling. And this is, this is an ending and a new beginning. It definitely makes sense with the Tower being here. A relationship that was not very stable. It could be time to really restructure that relationship, fix what's wrong with it. And the World just means that you're moving on to something, you're moving on to the next chapter in your relationship. I don't feel like everybody is going to be breaking up, but I feel like whatever was not healthy, you're fixing that, you're healing that, and you're moving on to the next lesson, the next chapter in your life, as a couple. You also have the Six of Wands, so this is the Victory card. So whatever challenges, this means that you will overcome any obstacles that you have, and we do see a few in this reading, but this just tells me that this is nothing that you can't handle. You have a strong relationship, stronger than you think. Victory is here when it comes to these challenges. You can overcome all of this. But you're also being told Temperance. This means, it's very similar to the message from Strength. Play it cool. With Temperance, this is telling you don't get so angry that you lose your temper. Not temper. Well, I guess temper. Temperance means that you're very patient and you don't do anything extreme. So for some of you, it could be that something triggers you and that you're just extremely angry or fed up. This is saying, be patient. If you're going to make a big decision, make sure you have all your facts straight. Make sure that you know what you're doing. Temperance is about being low-key. So I feel like for those who are single that, this can be the end of a cycle for you as far as being single. New people coming in. We do have a water sign and air sign. You also have Victory. You're not going to waste your time looking for someone new. That actually will happen, especially with the main energy being the Lover's card. And I feel like they're saying, be patient. For those who are single, be patient. Don't do anything extreme. This can mean, kind of giving up because you feel like I'm not meeting anybody. Or it could be that you meet somebody and, you want to marry them after 2 dates. It's, saying just don't make any life-altering decisions. Proceed with caution. Go slow. But this looks like a very positive reading. I feel like whatever has not been working in a relationship, so maybe somebody has been keeping quiet, everything's finally coming out. You're finally letting your partner know that, you don't want to settle anymore. I feel like somebody's finally, feeling empowered enough to speak up. And the energy is here for you to have, new beginnings and happiness. And for you to have everything that you want from a relationship where you don't have to settle for just being somewhat happy. You can be very happy. Okay, Leo, this has been your love reading for April 2017. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.